Hello, Cancer. Welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. So this is going to serve for all Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising from the 25th through the 31st. And I am going to create the piles separately here for the Cancer Sun, the Cancer Rising, and the Cancer Moon. And I will read those additional messages at the end of the standard reading here while I talk about the astrology for the week, okay? So, Cancer, you have big placements that are here on Tuesday, Wednesday, for sure. Monday, we have a lot of energy that is focused on Gemini as we finish out the beginning of the good run that they had this previous weekend into Monday. It's going to be a very good day this week. Friday is also going to be a very good energetic day of the week. But Cancer, you own Tuesday and Wednesday as the moon transitions into the sign of Cancer, okay? And then later on in the week when we get to Thursday and Friday, it belongs to Leo as it transitions into the moon. And then Saturday, we have a huge transition, a lot of different things that are going to happen this week. Tuesday and Saturday could really actually be pretty heavy for a lot of people this week before it transitions into the position of Virgo in its moon position on Saturday and Sunday. So for the most part, what's happening this particular week is as we're moving forward from all of the retrogrades going direct, we have this energy of people really wanting to move forward. And we have the energy of a lot of energy in the universe trying to push us forward. We have this energy of Libra popping up here in a couple of positions again with Mercury having conversations about pushing things forward in a balanced way. We also have the energy of Sagittarius, specifically with Venus showing up, trying to do that aggressive pushing forward of all the different changes. And of course, we're in Scorpio season now, Scorpio Sun. So we have the energy of the death being highlighted by the sun and what the universe is trying to show as far as those death to the old and options for the new trying to come forward. For a lot of people, the Aquarius energy that is here this week is going to be a little bit trippy. And that's the reason why I say it's going to be kind of heavy this week for some people. So we have Aquarius placements in Jupiter, and we have Aquarius placements in Saturn this week are really trying to push people's ideals forward. But again, it could be a little bit catawampus for some people as they're trying to focus on the day-to-day details about how they're going to try to make that happen. We still have a big situation with where Pluto and Capricorn are going to show up. That shows up a little bit later towards the week, usually about Friday, but we still have this huge big push with the energy of it's really Uranus that's coming through, the energy of the Fool, wanting to bring things forward. And a lot of energy placements that's going on with Neptune again as well. So what's going to happen with that is, yes, we're ready to move forward. Yes, we're recognizing that things need to be done. And the universe is just trying to get people into the flow of the changes for what needs to happen this particular week, okay? And so the water energy that comes up for you guys this particular week, Cancer, is going to be maybe a little bit easier, I would say, especially with the Scorpio Sun supporting you. But just be aware if you have any of the other signs in your chart that I just mentioned, Gemini, Leo, maybe even Virgo, and even if maybe you have some Aquarius air that's in your chart, you just have to try to see how things are going to play out. So I'm just going to finish putting these additional cards down, and then we're going to get into the basics of this particular week. Now, I did mention that Tuesday and Saturday were going to be pretty heavy, and I want to kind of focus on Saturday just a little bit, thank you, because there's so many changes and placements that are going on this particular day. This is one of the days I think are going to be a little heavier for most people. We have a lot of tensious energy. One, we do have the Sun in Scorpio that has this square now with this whole Saturn in Aquarius energy. So it's how do we get this done? Let's push energy that goes towards. And we have the moon trying to enter into the sign of Virgo on this particular day, which is going to, for the better part, try to calm things down and make things a little bit more practical. Venus, like I said, does have a placement this part of the week. It's specifically where Mercury is talking to Libra's version on that Saturday, with trying to balance out that conversation that needs to happen with this the Neptune in Pisces energy, which is throwing some people off a little bit. So there's a lot of catawampus energy. Like I said, it's just about everyone trying to push forward. And, you know, the real name of the game this particular week is low and slow. It's low and slow. Allow yourself to be taken in the direction that you need to go in. Be open to hearing everyone's ideas. And I guess the reason for that is because we've all been at a point where we've been pushed and held back a little bit, especially with those retrograde energies. So, like I said, Monday is going to be a very good day. Friday is actually going to be a really good day energetically for people. The rest of the week is just going to be kind of where you're at. Although I do feel that Cancer, you're going to be in a really good position. On Thursday, I would say some people, especially if you've got Leo, that's a lot of aggressive energy that's going to happen with Leo. And that's where Venus and Sagittarius also is pushing forward to try to get some things done with that Aquarius energy in Jupiter. So just trying to want to make you aware of that. There will be a little bit of a square that happens on that day with that Sun in Scorpio with that Leo energy that wants to come through. So just be aware of that. So we're almost done with these, and then I'm going to go into the sacred geometry for everyone, and then we will lay down the days of the week, and we do have several oracles that are going to come out. So I'm going to try to take my time and be as thorough as I can. So we have Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, and then Cancer Moon that we will get into at the end of the reading. Here we go, my friends. Ooh. Cancer, 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 Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do we have? Ooh, that was super fast. Okay, you're not the first. You're not the first sign that received this. Aquarius actually just got this as well. And I do believe this came up last week as well. I have to go back and take a look at this. But we have Raven Magic, which is all about protection. Okay? And so the protection that comes up here is really talking about releasing the fear that you may have about moving forward in your world. A lot of heightened intuition that's going to be happening. So most air signs for sure are going to be like peaked. And any of the signs that I mentioned this particular week, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Virgo, obviously, are going to be a part of that mix as well. So Cancer, again, that Scorpio's sun is really, I feel, going to help support you. But they are talking about your heightened intuition and then protection. So we're going to use protection in a couple of different ways. Physical protection, and I've talked about this for the past couple of weeks and some other signs as well, in making sure that you're protecting your person, your aura. So you're going to want to have a lot of grounding tools around you and with you. We're going to talk about shungite, kyanite, obsidian, anything that will help to keep you grounded and clear. A lot of selenite available as well. If you're using black tourmaline or something like that to help like suck up negativity, just make sure that you're clearing that out on a daily basis this week. I would not even get out of bed without calling your protection around you. Whatever your pantheon happens to be, utilize those individuals and those tools that you have to support and protect your aura. The veil is very thin, and it's going to be even more thin by the time we get towards the weekend. So you're going to want to make sure that you're bubbling up as much as you possibly can and supporting yourself. Okay, so we're going to do the Psychic Tarot deck again. But before I do the layouts of the week, we're going to pull out a numerology card here for all of our Cancers, Sun, Moon, and Rising. There we go. Okay. Have not been, well, you have a spiritual career that's showing up here. Okay. So for some of you, if you've been thinking about a spiritual career, or you're involved with someone in your day-to-day that has spirituality as part of their practice, maybe a reader, a medium like myself, maybe someone else in your area that has some specific things to do, I do believe that you're being called to work with someone this particular week that can help you strengthen and utilize a couple of different tools this particular week. Now, obviously, it's possible that some of you are going to be pushed more from the 3D into the 4-5D when it comes to your particular level of what you can bring to other people from a spiritual perspective. So it doesn't have to be a reader like me. You could be a counselor. You could have some sort of other artful thing that you bring to the planet. You could be an acupuncturist. You could do all different kinds of things. Art, artistry, musicians. Let's spit that word out. Anything that helps to enhance yourself and giving gifts to other people is going to be a part of, I believe, this conversation. We are going to bring forward another deck for you here. This is the Mystical Wisdom. 6, 5, 6. Okay, 5, 6, 11 energy. Let's see what else we have here. Thank you. Dragon, discover your courage. I think that's very interesting. So we have the dragon energy that supported us last week, and they're still here in this particular card talking about moving forward. So discover your particular courage and ride that wave. Now this week we actually have the fairies that are coming in to add some additional support to what needs to happen. So just generically, even though that's not necessarily how it works, but generically I say that the fairies that are out there, because they're in all pantheons and they're in all placements of the planet, are like little teeny tiny baby angels. Tiny but mighty. So we're going to utilize the fairies as part of your additional reads as we get into it this particular week. But dragon energy for sure, discovering your courage and bringing that forward, especially if you are needing to use or are in the middle of offering things as far as the spiritual career is concerned. Okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and move forward, and we're going to lay out the cards for the week for our Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here we go. Monday for our Cancer. Okay. Tuesday for our Cancer. Thank you. Wednesday for our, Wednesday for our Cancer. Thank you. 2 major arcana back to back. Thursday for our Cancer. Whoa. Thank you. Do you want them together? Yes, keep them together. Okay. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for our Cancer. Friday. Wow. 3 major arcana. Saturday. Thank you. And Sunday. Whoa. Okay. This is very interesting because you have 3 cards. And some of the cards that popped out here in these placements are very similar to the cards that came out for Aquarius. So if you happen to have Aquarius anywhere in your chart, you might want to take a look at that reading for you. So what we have going on here is that you are just getting to the point where you're ready to move on to the next phase. You are maybe experiencing a little lack of patience when it comes towards something that you were just recently made aware of, and it's challenging kind of where you're at with your thought processes as far as future growth and momentum when it comes towards finances. For some of you, it's going to be feeling as though you need to get to this next point because whatever's going on in your situation right now, you're not necessarily feeling the balanced energy of receiving prosperity, I guess is the word that I want to be able to use, whatever prosperity means for you. And you're just waiting. You're waiting for this opportunity to kind of show up. But you're a little bit impatient at this particular moment is what I'm seeing here, Cancer. So let me go ahead and get into the energetics of this. Let me just review the rest of this here. Yeah. Well, what I can tell you is you definitely have this huge momentum forward that is happening this particular week. You have 3 major arcana that are at the crux of this particular week. You have a lot of fire energy that is here this week. You have a lot of pentacles energy this week. And there is going to be some support with this air energy. What I don't see is water. That's very interesting to me. That's very interesting. Wow. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and move forward. On Monday, what we have is the energy of the Eight of Rods in the reverse position. So you're not seeing the communication coming towards you, or you're not providing the communication outwards towards a lot of other people. Okay. Could be messages, text messages, emails, phone calls, whatever the case may be. There isn't a lot of communication that looks like is showing up on your Monday position. On Tuesday, we have the energy of wisdom. This is the energy of the Hierophant that shows up here on Tuesday's energy. Now, we do have that Taurus energy that I was talking about a little bit during the intro. And the Hierophant is Taurian energy. It's the practical energy of how the Uranus portion wants to step forward, the newness of whatever needs to step forward. And Taurus trying to talk about the practical ways to make that happen from a day-to-day perspective, right? So I think from a placement perspective, this is absolutely right on target. What we have then again is Venus energy showing up on Wednesday, which is Taurus energy, and it also is Libra energy. So on this particular day, we definitely have Libra in the house. We have Mars pushing up against Libra a little bit with this aggressive force of how we're supposed to make how we make things happen in a balanced way. What I find interesting about this, with Venus being in the reverse position, is this chasing energy rather than us allowing energy. This is where the impatience kind of comes through. It's really showing itself up here. So the universe is saying you're going to need to come in and have conversation a little bit. You need to go within. You need to do your meditation. You need to kind of figure out what's going on for yourself here. Let's get the wisdom from the universe. Let's let them talk to you a little bit to show you the practical steps for what needs to happen. Okay, so we will definitely do deeper clarifiers here. When we get to the energy of Thursday, here's kind of where the transition of the issue is showing up. You are looking to get to this Six of Pentacles. This is material and spiritual prosperity. So you're looking for that balance between perhaps the spiritual work that you're starting to do, wanting to show up in the physical. Now, listen, I think I popped off a little bit when I did Aries and Pisces a little bit earlier this week. So yes, as a light worker, as a spiritual worker, you have the right to make, an energy exchange for the work that you're doing. This isn't the olden days where spiritual people were kind of tucked in the back there and, trying to do everything for free, because what ends up happening is that this energy exchange doesn't happen properly. And, it's just not equal. Someone said, I think a friend of mine was talking on her channel probably a couple of weeks ago, talking about, even when I do a personal reading for someone, even this, which is free to you guys, it takes time, right? It takes time. You get yourself centered before you do the information. You connect in with the people that you're connecting in with. You have all the resources and tools, and it's time that you're giving. So when you are receiving this type of energy, by watching the channel and liking it and sharing it and doing all those other things, that is a fair energy exchange if you're not booking a personal reading. That's just fair. What's happening in this, and I say that because it's absolutely on point. If you go to the dentist, that's an energy exchange. If you go to an acupuncturist, that's an energy exchange. If you go to, whatever resources that is out there, you are putting towards time and effort and physical resources in the exchange of money, usually, towards those particular parts of service. So what I'm seeing here is that you are relieving yourself from this being trapped in fear about that momentum. And I think that's a wonderful thing. So again, if you're driving yourself towards more of a spiritual support practice, this is available to you. Okay. And the balance comes in when you realize that it's not about trying to make $1 million. Well, okay, let me just back that up because I can't speak for everyone. It's about a fair exchange of time and effort for someone else receiving the data. And if that is the position that you're in and trying to get to this next point for yourself, Cancer, then you are absolutely right on point with that. There needs to be some sort of energy exchange, right? In order to make, that conversation or that service very fluid. So don't feel as though you can't do this because you want to join into more of the spiritual worker community. The old times are gone, man. No one's going to kill you to death in the street anymore. So there is the opportunity for spiritual and material to match itself up for you, okay? Therefore, when you get to that position, you have Libra coming in here on Thursday's energy, okay? And we're having this conversation again. This is where Mars is pushing against Libra again, which is starting to square with the Cancerian energy. That's where the whole water portion is, but I'm still surprised that I'm not finding it here. We'll get into the clarifiers. But I can tell you here with this balance that shows up here, you've got earth, air, fire, and water, which are starting to come into balance. Okay, so perhaps you've been overly emotional about some things in the past, or very big in your emotions, which kind of, dampened out a few different things, and now those energies are starting to spark themselves back up. When we get to the energy of Friday, we have the Five of Pentacles, or the Five of Rods that shows up here, obstacles and challenges. And a lot of the times the obstacles and challenges can be internal to self. Now, it's possible that there's competition, even if it's not negative competition, because there's lots of people that do the same thing maybe that you want to do. The reality of the situation is there's enough abundance in this universe to support any person that wants to do any type of work, right? I personally could not support the entire world. There has to be other people that are out there doing the same type of work that I'm doing. Same for you. There has to be additional ways. There's additional individuals that are going to come to you. You do something maybe differently than somebody else, and that's exactly what's needed. So I feel that the obstacle and the challenge is more in your own thought process. Even if there is external competition, you only own that if you absorb that energy. You have something unique to be able to offer to someone. And the reason I'm so strong about saying that is this progression that happens when we get to the energy of Sunday. You finally made a choice. Two of Rods. You made a choice about something. You have not only the Two, but you have the Three of Pentacles that show up here. So there's a decision, or movement, a change, a decision supporting again that Two of Rods, that 2-2 energy that is going to support the recognition and the reward for this new Three of Pentacles form to take place. And it's the beginning of this particular collaboration. It's the very beginning of this apprenticeship, or maybe you teaching someone or utilizing your skills in order to share what it is that you have to offer with other people. Whatever it is, you got to discover your courage and feel confident that this is the week where things are really starting to move forward for people. And the pie in the sky energy that we have will be tempered down a little bit with balance. And then, like I said, at the end of the week with Virgo, as it starts to deal in with that more grounded earth and energy about how to do the day-to-day details for getting to that point. Protecting yourself, protecting your thought process, protecting your investment is going to be extremely important for you this week as well. Okay, so I am going to definitely pull some clarifiers here. I do feel that Friday was already clarified. I do feel that Thursday was already clarified, but I will see what else the universe wants to bring forward. But first and foremost, it's going to be this Monday and this Wednesday energy that we're going to focus on, okay? So again, Monday is the Eight of Rods in the reverse position. It's not receiving a lot of communication. We don't know exactly why that is, but if you're impatient with something and you're in the energy of, the High Priestess, fertility, sorry, the Empress, if it's in the reverse position, it's like you're chasing something instead of letting something come to you. She doesn't want for anything. She puts her order into the cosmic Amazon and she's already moved over to, the next shop, right? She knows that what it is that she wants in creation is on its way to her. She doesn't challenge that whole aspect. But let's see what we've got going on for Monday. All right, Cancer. Universe, please show me why the Cancer friends have lack of communication showing up here on Monday. Three of Cups in the reverse position. Okay. Three of Cups into the Four of Cups energy is it has been potentially an offer that you've accepted from someone. Whatever this offer was had a lot to do with really quickly growing up. They said one more. With whoever it is that you were dealing with. We've got the Page of Cups into the Knight of Cups in the upright position, which means, for me, that's you in the water, okay? A really fast learning is what it is. It's like accelerated learning. Thank you, got it. Okay, so, oh, yep, and here you are. So we have the Cancerian energy that pops through. Okay, so we got our storyline here. All right. So we can see that over here you made a decision. Now you're just waiting for some more conversation to show up here. You have accepted an offer or an acceptance of an energy that has been around you. Okay, that's what this 3 of Cups into the 4 of Cups in the reverse position, meaning not being complacent with something, and now you're just biding your time. What was going on with this Page of Cups, like I said, it was a huge growth conversation that was happening and may have been very uncomfortable for this conversation in the past or this choice to have taken place, but it is what it is and it's done. So here we are. We've got the Chariot with Temperance. Here you are. What they're saying is you've got to get clear. You've got to hang in there. You've got to be able to say and get into this, clarity position where you're doing your meditation or your prayer and you're listening to your people come in here. I said Temperance. I beg your pardon. It's the Strength card. This Leo energy, Chariot and Leo energy, Strength and the Chariot coming through. In order for you to feel strong about this, sorry for flipping you off. In order for you to feel strong about what's going on here, you have to go into deep meditation and you have to gather your strength about what this next step is going to be for you. And then the final card that pops up here is, yes, we've got the Justice card in here with the Hangman, okay? So when the Hangman card is in the upright position, we absolutely talk about Neptune, right? It's the energy of Neptune that kind of comes forward. Moon, Piscean energy. There's been a lot of that clarity information that kind of comes through for people that can get a little bit wonky and catawampus because you've got that pie in the sky energy that happens with this one. All the universe is saying, if it was in the upright, is you have to know that something is getting ready to change. So all you have to do is just know that this change is getting ready to occur, and that's why the card is in the reverse position. So that takes us back to the energy of the Hierophant here. Higher level of wisdom, higher level of learning, different level of commitment, community, those different types of things that go in. There's more wisdom to be gained by you just kind of hanging out with yourself for just a little bit. Praying is asking the universe, and meditation is waiting for the information to come in. So you have to listen for that. So let's find out what it is that you're trying to bring forward or that you're chasing here with the Empress in the reverse position here. Talk to me about what's going on with Cancer. Why is Venus in the reverse position on Wednesday? We have Venus in Sagittarius. That is in huge placement on this day. And it's doing a lot of dancing on this particular day with the moon in Cancer. There's our water right there. 4 of Cups again into the 5 of Cups. Stalemate. There she is, the Hierophant and the Empress in the reverse position. Wow. Okay. So it's perhaps that you got caught off guard. Whoa. Do you want all of them? Yep. Okay. You got caught off guard with something that looks like Cancer. Okay. We're going to go into it. So here's what's up. I'll see if I can't. So we have the 4 of Cups, this acceptance of something that was done, whoops, over here. This acceptance that happened in the past is creating a stalemate between you and someone else as far as the water is concerned. And obviously this is, an energy of people not seeing eye to eye. And even though the 4 of Cups is there, this offer, it's created this sense of sadness and stalemate with somebody else in the past. What's going on here is that kind of puts you off your game a little bit. We've got the High Priestess in with the Empress in the reverse position, which that energy of the emotion is kind of blocking this dream that you have of coming forward a little bit, okay? And whatever this conversation was with this other person, it kind of caught you off guard a little bit, and you kind of backed down a little bit of what was going on. You kind of like, you're paying more attention to this other person's needs and wants than it is to what it is that you are trying to bring forward in creation. The rest of the story is that we have the energy of the Hierophant again. So it's possible you're dealing with the Taurus, but it doesn't have to be because we've got Aries energy that's sitting here as well. Strategy. Can we agree to disagree so that we don't have to have this big, nasty, knockdown, drag out, blowout? And you go, yep, we can. We have the Eight of Wands again into the Nine of Wands. It's like, listen, I'm trying to communicate with you about what's going on here, and I'm trying to tell you that this is a spiritual journey that I'm ready to take part in, and I know what I'm doing. And then finally, we have the energy of the King of Cups. You kind of getting back into your groove here by going, no, I have the right to stand up for what it is that I want to be able to do here. So here's the water. I was hoping I was going to see it. Here's the water. If you can just own the fact that sometimes you got to let things play out, then you're going to find that this Empress shows back up in the right position for you. Again, we talked a lot about the fact that this week is about the universe trying to push you forward towards things, and things trying to level out the way that they need to level out so that it can support you best. And part of that involves honoring the water, the communication, the flow with other people. People may not always be ready on your timeline. It's not about them. It's about you, as long as you have faith in what it is that you're trying to bring forward. Okay. So therefore, we're done. We get to the point where you let go. With this Eight of Rods energy, you're realizing no one has to hold you here. No one's holding you here. And you are going to get to the point where you're starting to balance out physically, and also eventually with what's going to happen within your with your pocketbook. But from a spiritual perspective, the Six of Pentacles is meaning that absolutely the universe is here trying to help support you with that whole energy. Getting back into balance, getting past any of this conflict that's internal within yourself, or even this external competition that you're feeling. Again, the 2 and the 3, you already made the choice. And now you're definitely moving forward. The 2 into the 3, that's fast progression, okay? You will receive what it is that you need from a physical perspective, tangible, touchable, grounded energy for all the things that are going on here. I don't feel as though there's too much. I think this was pretty straightforward for you. Once you get into the point where you are honoring, where you're getting to the point where you're honoring that other people's feelings are a part of the conversation, but not the whole part of the conversation, you're going to be fine. Whatever the conflict was at work, whatever the conflict may have been at home, if you were dealing with someone else or putting in your 2 weeks notice or whatever the case may be, it is definitely going to flush itself out. At the end of the day, this is about you managing your emotions and understanding the other person's emotions, but you still are going to go and you're going to do your thing. You're supported with this decision that was made. So just honor the water with this whole process and the change that you're going through. Whatever needed to be revealed was already revealed, and Justice and Pluto are here for you on the back end, bringing forward to you what it is that you need to have at this particular moment. You absolutely are going to get past this situation, and you are going to come into a really good situation. I really feel that when you get to the energy of Friday and Saturday, that push with Leo is really going to start to show you this next level of information. It's possible that you are dealing with the Leo, or you have Leo in your chart, but that is screaming to me this whole, this roar energy, this move, I'm moving, I'm going into this next direction, is really going to support you. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to go into some of the different angel cards that we have here for you, and we're going to get into the rest of this. So the first card that I'm going to pull is from the Angel Prayers. If I can grab it. Here we go. The Angel Prayers. This is for our Cancers. Shuffle up and deal. Okay. Calm your water. Huh? All right. Okay, here we go. There it is. Thank you. I swear to God, you guys, you cannot make this stuff up. Archangel Haniel is saying, honor your feelings. Honor your water. Honor the feelings. Thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions. Water. Honor your emotions, because you're going through a big transition as well. Even if you were only to do like this type of spiritual work part-time or half-time or hours of a day, whatever the case may be, there is something in this for you that is a part of what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So honor the fact that there's going to be changes in the way that you schedule yourself, however that has to be. Honor the feeling of that, okay? And you're going to be in good shape. We're going to go into a different angel card right now. I didn't have that one on the table, guys. So we're going to go with our angel guide. They were talking to me about a different angel set. I have it sitting on the shelf there. So we're going to go with this one because that's what's up. So this is for Cancer. Thank you. Okay. Cancel, clear, release is what this card is saying. And I learned this energetic trick as cancel, clear, delete. But regardless, when you catch yourself feeling low or maybe wanting to pop off at someone that's changing and, frustrating you from a vibrational perspective, and you might think that MFer, that whatever the case may be, the whole energy of cancel, clear, delete is like, I am not honoring that portion of the negativity. I'm honoring the fact that this happened, but if I said something or I thought something, you can ask the universe to help you cancel, clear, delete, or cancel, clear, release whatever you put out into the universe. Pivot. If you can pivot quickly into a decision or conversation that might have been a little bit more negative, you're going to find how accurate and how quickly things change for you if you can understand that that is an opportunity for you to use. It's another tool in your bag of tricks that you can use to help support you if you catch yourself at a weaker moment, okay? All right, we are going to go in with the Keepers of the Light, and let's see which Keeper of the Light would like to step forward for our Cancers this week. You already have Hanael here. That's awesome. Oh, super fast. Thank you. Whoa. Okay, you guys, this is also another no bullshit card. We have Commander Ashtar here. This is a call to action. This is talking about taking charge, leading by example, and then walking your talk. Galactic Federation of Light, Commander Ashtar stepping forward. Okay? Do what it is that you said you were going to do. Get it done. Okay. Wow. It's kind of a no bullshit card. I like that. They said stop. Okay. They want me to pull a couple of cards from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun because they want me to expand a little bit on a couple of things here. So I'm going to just put these little dudes over here to the side like thus. And let's see what else we have. Okay, what is it that you want me to pull out for our Cancer? Please speak to our light worker. Okay. Cancer. Okay. Okay. So, here's what they're saying. We have the energy of okay, so here's what we've got. You've called something to an existence, but you're hanging on to the outcome. They want you to be more detached from the outcome. However it's supposed to be for you is how it's going to show up. Okay? So just know that it will show up, but you cannot be saying, just for an example, I'm going to have 500 customers in the next 2 months. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you have 100 really good customers instead of 500 little ones. I mean, does that make sense? You definitely have to honor your feelings with any particular loss that shows up here. Okay? But know that anything that is being removed from you is no longer for you. You've moved past that. And there is something to be honored when it comes to a loss or a death of an old persona or something of that particular nature, okay? It's just you moving to another level. And for some of you, you need to stop stressing out about this Leo energy of publicity. Some of you need to realize that your public time will show up, but these are baby gradual steps that happen, and you can't jump all up, all in and expect all the things at once. You've got to honor the process of this, then this, then this, and maybe dip back down to this, and then traverse over here, and then come back over here, and then, you know what I mean? You've got to allow things to flow naturally. So it's okay to say, I want to be a successful whatever. And the universe will honor that. But you can't tell them that I must have this, 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 and this, because you're blocking something else that might be of importance for your learning as you're going through that part of the process. You can't tell the universe what to do. You can't do it. You'd be blocking your blessings. Is there more? Yes. Okay, what else do you want me to use? What cards? All right, they said to bring out the White Sage Tarot. So what do you want me to clarify here? They want me to focus on this loss for you, because that's an important part of the water conversation we were having. So we're going to focus on this loss for our Cancer. All right, what do you have? Wheel of Fortune. Expansion. Empress. Expansion. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse position and the Magician in the upright position. Okay, so what they're trying to tell you is that, again, this all has to do with your patience. This has to do with you understanding that step 1, step 2, and step 3 have to be honored in order for you to receive what it is that you want. Now, the other thing that they're trying to tell me is that the Wheel of Fortune, when it shows up, okay, is a fluid wheel. I don't know how many people of you guys get that, but the Wheel of Fortune is a fluid wheel. It is expansion. It has a lot to do with wisdom and learning. It has a lot to do with abundance, but abundance doesn't always have to mean physical dollars and cents either. It has a lot to do with education and learning and honoring those different pieces. What they're trying to tell me to tell you is that the Wheel of Fortune is working with Venus here for you. Okay? So Jupiter's energy is definitely working with you and for you. And the energy where this pops up is Sunday. It's the energy of Sunday where we have this. Okay? So they said, understand that stuff that's going to traverse and change through up until that point is what it is. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse position, right? Because Pentacles is physical dollars and cents or anything that is tangible and touchable, has to migrate in your thought process. You have to think about finance in a different way maybe than you've been thinking about it. They're also talking about an investment that you might have made in the past. This isn't for everyone, but for some of you, you may have made an investment in, I don't know, let's just say you wanted to make candles or something like that. You made an investment in something and you didn't see the return on the investment, which is why you're so like, hurry up, universe. And what they're trying to tell you is that you have to continue to detach from the way that the outcome happened, and you have to be more patient. The card that you get here also is the Magician. And we talked a lot about the fact that Mercury was in play as well. Mercury is having this conversation with Libra on Sunday. That's the significance of what's happening here. So this is about timing. So it's about appreciating what it is that you have now, attitude of gratitude. And if you cussed out the universe because you were pissed off about it not showing up when you wanted it, you might want to do a little bit of work on that. But know that what you want wants you. You just have to be more fluid with how reciprocity works, the law of attraction, right? You have to be an appreciation for what that means. So I realized that was a one-off, but I do what I'm told, and so they just really wanted me to hit home for somebody out there that really needed to hear that message. They said to take from the bottom of the deck. Okay, so the bottom of the deck that we had here for this was Seven of Pentacles, patience, planning and patience. Okay, Five of Swords. There were definitely some harsh words that were said in the past. You won the battle. You're going to win the battle. Just be at ease with the words that you use when you say them. King of Wands energy comes in. That's the entrepreneurial energy of moving forward with the things that you want. And this all has to do with timing, because there's the Ace of Pentacles that wants to show up for you. Okay? So they're telling you it's coming. They're just telling you to just kind of chillax as best as you possibly can. Okay? All right. Anything else? Concluded. All right. Thank you. So we're going to move forward, and I'm going to get into the details for each of the placements. Okay? So if you are a Cancer Sun, this card also came out before. The energy of Uluru here. We have creation, dream time. Okay? So as Aquarius got this card as well, I talked about the fact that the Energy in your dream time is extremely important. So if you can clear your energy before you go to sleep, and you can call in your bubble of light or your pantheon of people to protect you, so that while you're in your dream time, you can spend time focusing on your manifestation and creation. They will help co-create with you in your dream time, okay? So call in that bubble of light before you go to bed. And then the fairies are talking about shining from within. I like this card. It looks are only skin deep is what it's saying. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty to others. And they don't necessarily need like physical beauty, but they're talking about the beauty of what it is that you're trying to bring forward, and not being shy about what it is that you're trying to call into yourself. The Starseed Oracle is talking about you've got love, Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries are a part of kind of what's a part of this process for you. So I wanted to be able to show that to you. Whoops. Okay. Calling your pantheon of love. You are loved and you are protected. And some of this has to do with other individuals that you're having words with also at this time. And then the final card that you have is Libra. I balance, right? Because that's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Go find where Libra is, or Venus in your chart specifically. Balance, okay? Making things honorable, not only for yourself, but for other individuals as well. Now, if you are a Cancer rising, wow, you've got some nice messages in here too. You've got the card called Milky Way, which is all about perspective. Your perspective, their perspective, but it's about perspective. Okay, how big can you expand into the different energies that want to come into you and into your awareness? Okay, so the fairies are talking to you about temptation. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit? Perhaps one that makes you feel guilty. This fairy says you have the power to overcome the temptation, whatever guise it comes in. Okay, so, you know, that's what we got going on here. I don't know if you can see it clearly with the glare that's showing up here, but there's a little teeny tiny snake in the tree that's staring at this fairy, but the fairy has a mask on. So whatever the temptation is that shows up to you this particular week, I don't think we had devil energy, did we? No, but we did have 8 of Swords. And so this is like mini devil energy. It's like when it's like this, the person that's holding you prisoner is you. Okay, so you definitely have the capacity to get out of that. We have empathetic starseed from the Starseed Oracle, energetic sovereignty and absorbing what's not yours. So this is a warning that I feel goes really well with this, okay? You can't be absorbing other people's energy and try to get to where it is that you need to be. This is where your clearing comes into play. Releasing energy at the end of the day, releasing it before you go to bed, calling in that bubble of light so that you can have peace in your dream time to co-create with spirit, and in the morning when you wake up so that you're cleared throughout the rest of the day, making sure that you're clearing yourself. And this is where the protection card really comes into play for you. All right, protecting your energy. The last card that you have here is the 8th house, which is the endings and new beginnings. So my friends, this is the energy of Scorpio coming to support you. Like I said, I really felt that many of you are going to get the support of this. So this is the energy of death. Okay, Scorpio energy right here. Endings and new beginnings are for you. Honor their perspectives, honor your feelings. Don't be tempted to, take other people's thought processes ahead of your own in this energy, okay? Now, if you are a Cancer moon, then what you have from the universe is thus. First, you have island. You have solitude. If you felt like you've been alone, trust me, you're not, because spirit is always with you, but some of you really need to go in. You need to be away from other people. You need to go into hermit mode a little bit so that you can continue to shine. Okay? You have enough light to share with other people. Healing. This is what the fairies are talking about. Now is the time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others, and yes, even you. So don't doubt your ability as a healer if that's what it is that you're trying to bring forth. But also take advantage of healing from someone else if you can get it. You don't have to do this by yourself. So call on someone, go get a massage, go have a nice conversation and tea with somebody, go get your cards read. Call me if you need some support with trying to lay out some personal things for you. But whoever it is or whatever it is that you call into yourself, you might need that extra push with some additional healing. This one also came out. I believe Aquarius also got this one as well. The Golden Children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and that there's rare gifts that are available to you, okay? You bring something unique. You bring something unique. Part of fortune and increase is here for you. That is what this card is trying to tell you, okay? Whatever it is that you are trying to call into yourself is definitely yours, and it will change. This is the energy of it wanting to come into your awareness. You just got to let it happen. You definitely have something that's different from someone else. So let the universe work with you on planning out the different steps this week, and let go of the outcome of it, and it will definitely show up for you how you want it to show up. You just got to go in and you got to receive step 1, step 2, step 3, knowing it's going to happen, okay? So listen, whether you are a Cancer, Sun, Rising, or Moon sign, I hope that you got everything that you were looking for out of this particular reading. If you didn't, make sure that you're looking at your Sun, your Rising, your Moon, and your North Node in order to get the full picture. But having had said that, thank you very much. And we will talk to you next week. Many, many, many blessings. Bye for now.